The painful process in order to abandon the Hells Angels. Bound by loyalty and shrouded in danger, the Hells Angels motorcycle gang commands fear and respect. But what happens when a person tries to get away from them? The consequences are severe, from violent retaliation to social isolation. Discover the harrowing journey of those who leave the Hells Angels, where survival becomes a battle for freedom and a chance to start anew. Members of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Organization, a global illegal motorcycle organization, only ride Harley-Davidson vehicles. In the United States and Canada, the group is registered as the Hells Angels Motorcycle Corporation. HAMC stands tall as one of the largest and most celebrated motorcycle clubs on the global stage, boasting an impressive membership of over 6,000 dedicated members. With an astounding network of 467 chapters spread across 59 countries, their presence resonates in every corner of the world. Regarded by numerous law enforcement agencies and foreign intelligence organizations such as the U.S. Department of Justice and Europol, the club carries a reputation that extends beyond its motorcycle roots. Many perceive the club as an organized crime syndicate, entwined in a complex web of illicit activities. Candidates must possess the necessary combination of personal traits: a motorcycle with a displacement of at least 750 cc and a valid driver's license to join the Hells Angels as a prospect. It is rumored that the club does not accept applicants for positions as police or prison officers or child molesters. Members of the club are also not permitted to use intravenous drugs. A potential member is first classified as a hangaround after a drawn-out, phased process, meaning that he has been invited to some club activities or to meet club members in public locations. The hangaround may be asked to become an associate, a position that typically lasts a year or two if he expresses desire. After that phase, he is classed as a prospect, participating in sub-club events but lacking voting rights while his eligibility for full membership is assessed. Full membership or full patch is the final stage and the greatest level of membership. The phrase full patch describes the entire four-part insignia, which consists of the Death Head logo, two rockers, and the rectangular MC patch located beneath Death Head's wing. Only a bottom rocker with the name of the state, province, or territory and the rectangular MC patch is permitted for prospects. A prospect must be unanimously approved by all the full club members to join as a full member. A prospect typically visits each charter within the sponsoring charter's geographic jurisdiction, state, province, or territory before votes are cast to introduce himself to all full patch members. This gives each voter the chance to learn more about the prospect and express any concerns they may have before casting a vote. A formal induction then takes place, during which the prospect declares his allegiance to the group and its members. At the initiation ceremony, the top Hells Angel rocker serves as the recipient of the last logo patch. Being patched refers to the process of achieving full membership. Within the Hells Angels organization, they firmly maintain that once you become a member, there's no concept of retirement. Joining their ranks is a lifelong commitment, and the notion of a retired member simply doesn't exist in their framework. However, there are instances where a member may face expulsion due to breaking the established rules. Additionally, there are circumstances where a member chooses to depart of their own accord, deciding to step away from the organization willingly. After leaving the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, which he had been a part of for decades, one former member named George Christie talked about his experiences after leaving the organization. Back in the 1970s, Christie's lifelong dream came true as he finally gained entry into the esteemed ranks of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. Reflecting on his experiences, Christie openly shared his insights during an interview. Despite what the majority of people in society might believe, I had the impression that there was an honor code. There were reliable individuals who I could count on, and I knew they wouldn't take it and use it against me. Christie stated that becoming a part of the exclusive motorcycle club made him feel unique and that everyone welcomed him with open arms. He also stated that being a part of the group made him feel accepted. Christie decided to formally depart the Hells Angels Club in 2011, after being a member of the organization for nearly 4 decades and serving as the leader of the Ventura chapter for 35 years. Because his individual beliefs were no longer congruent with the endeavors of the club, he severed his relations with its members. I felt we became the people we rebelled against, and that's exactly what I told them at the meeting when I left. According to what he said to KNPR, conflicts with other motorcycle clubs were sparked by members' inflated senses of self-importance, and his efforts to make peace with opposing groups were met with opposition. George Christie followed all the necessary procedures to officially withdraw from the motorcycle club. He had a conversation with other members, explained his decision to resign, and returned his patch. And it appeared that the other members understood where he was coming from. It would appear from all indications that he left the club in good standing and that the other members had no problem with his departure. However, just a few weeks later, Christie received a call informing him that he was out bad with the club because there were rumors that he was an informant, which he claims is not true. Being considered to be out bad was challenging for Christie. It implied that the members, who he regarded as friends and family, could no longer communicate with him in any way. He drew a parallel between quitting the club and getting a divorce. At first, everybody tried to be nice to one another. They did not agree with my decision, but they could see why I had to make it. As time went on, it turned hostile, and it was difficult to take, Christie explained. In 2016, Christie published a book under the title Exile on Front Street: My Life as a Hells Angel and Beyond. In it, the ex-member of the Hells Angels narrates the narrative of how he, a former Marine, became a member of the largest motorcycle club, as well as the events that took place during his time with the Hells Angels and what took place in his life after he left the club. According to Gangsters Inc., he was referred to as a coward. Stories were spread about him, and he was even sentenced to prison time for a charge of conspiracy. However, not all former members of the Hells Angels have the same experience that George Christie did when they left the gang. As was indicated earlier, some people can leave the club while maintaining their good standing. One of them is David LaBrava, who rose to prominence for his performance as Happy Loman in the television series Sons of Anarchy. According to One Percenter Bikers, LaBrava was initially recruited onto the show as a technical advisor to accurately portray a motorcycle club because he was a member of the Hells Angels. However, he was awarded a position on the show after meeting with the person who created it. LaBrava was a Hells Angel who belonged to the Oakland chapter of the organization. Back in 2008, he found himself apprehended and placed under arrest for alleged drug possession and involvement in a misdemeanor. Having been a dedicated member of the club for a substantial period, he had actively participated in its activities. However, in 2019, a pivotal moment arose when he made a life-altering choice to break ties with the club, setting forth on a new path that would forever change his trajectory. According to what he wrote, "The only club I am a member of now is the human race." LaBrava continued by saying that he left the company in good standing and that his decision to leave was his own. "I am no longer qualified to hold a patch. I am no longer part of the holding set for the patch. I have now reached the status that is regarded to be that of a civilian." LaBrava expressed gratitude to the Hells Angels for the opportunity to work with them, and it would appear that his departure was amicable. That's all for the video today. We'll be right back with more such amazing videos, and don't forget to give this one a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.